So hello and welcome to today's video, where today I'm showcasing off the first person mod made by the boss, and I'm going to be reviewing it in full. So let's start off the video by clarifying, this is not for Android, this is for PC only. Anyway, this mod automatically activates itself as soon as you load up your save game, and unlike FPS mods for say GTA San Andreas, you cannot change the camera back to third person at all, so you're completely stuck like this. Now, this might turn some people away, as some people might want to change the camera during gameplay, though I'm pretty sure this is more of a fault with Buddy itself, as Buddy doesn't have the extra camera angles, or, well, camera mode should I say that, like the GTA series has. So maybe for a future release a toggle button could work, but as this is a first release, I can definitely overlook that for now. Now when moving, you'll realise that Buddy now actually plays more like a traditional twin stick FPS, as you need to turn the camera where you want to go, or Jimmy just will not rotate. Moving left or right on the left thumbstick actually only moves Jimmy to the left or right, as opposed to him turning in that direction like the game usually does in third person mode. Also, because of this, I do not recommend this mod for non-controller users. Buddy really does need a controller to work with this mod. Anyway, one thing I noticed is the controls did feel a bit more stiff and slow, a bit like if you turn the sensitivity down to the absolute lowest on Call of Duty or something, and that's something I feel that could be improved, but for a first ever release, it's barely forgivable. With that being said, I did notice a brief workaround for this, and that is to use a skateboard, because when riding on the skateboard, the controls feel much more responsive and natural like Buddy's original controls. Now the camera will stay like this throughout a large majority of the game, and I've noticed when fighting, Jimmy's fists sometimes don't show up. Now I'm not sure if that's mod related, or if it's because I have the FOV mod installed. However, I also feel that this mod also makes fighting a bit more difficult, like something does feel different in the way Jimmy moves, and it really does affect the fighting. That's not exactly a bad thing because, it actually does change the way you actually play this game. It's not just putting the camera on Jimmy's head and, calling it a day or whatever. This actually does make the game play a lot differently. Also, I love how this first person effect stays even if Jimmy gets tackled to the ground himself. Anyway, here's a small preview of fighting with this mod. Now in combat as well, I noticed the super slingshot could only be used in scope mode or when locked onto somebody, as shooting with no lock on didn't actually work. Now I'm not sure if that's a bug or not, but on the upside, with the spud gun we can actually turn Buddy into Call of Duty schoolyard warfare.
You're pathetic. You are so arrested! And that's the end of that!
Now this mod is surprisingly active for what it is, even if you hop on a bike and jump, the camera does stay permanently attached to Jimmy's head. And I did notice for a split second or so when going quite fast, the game does seem to go back to third person for a split second or so. Now aside from possibly bugging out, this mod does revert back to third person for a small amount of events, and these being in-game cutscenes, in-mission cutscenes, changing clothes or haircut or whatever. Which, aside from the cutscenes, I actually do think is good because I'm pretty sure we'd all like to see what Jimmy looks like. However, maybe first person cutscenes could become a thing. I'm joking, don't actually do that. Now when I said in mission cutscenes, I meant some but not all, I did a small playthrough of character sheets and this is what I mean.
Alright, you've got something of Melvin's. Give it up! Alright, I'll give it. I smell recovered my precious documents. Thank you, sir. You are a noble man indeed. Just give me the money, Melvin.
So when I first went to the go-kart races, my game flat out crashed, and because the error said it was silent patch related, I restarted and went back to the go-kart track to see if it crashed again. Now thankfully it didn't crash, but the races were in third person, not first. Which is odd since I went to the go-kart in free mode and it actually sort of worked there. Now I say sort of because it was very jittery, as you can sort of see on screen, so I don't think the go-kart is the best way to experience this mod sadly. Now even though this mod works when loading a save game, starting a brand new game doesn't seem to work, so if you want to play through Buddy from start to finish in first person, you'll have to do Welcome to Wharf in third person, save and then reload, because reloading games seems to bring back the first person view. Now overall, I do think for a first release, this is actually a fantastic mod to experience Buddy in a fresh new light. However, I do think a few minor tweaks to the controller stiffness is definitely needed. That's probably my only actual gripe with this, because it does feel a bit whack. But aside from that, I highly do recommend you check out this mod, because I really do think it's one of the best mods that has actually been made for Buddy, because it really does change how you actually play. And you don't see these kind of mods with Buddy often. So if you have Buddy on PC, definitely check this mod out. Now onto the installation part of the video, so if you want to know how to install it, carry on watching, but if you don't want to, I guess the video ends here. So let's get straight onto the tutorial. So once you've downloaded the mod, open the archive and you'll only need scripts.image and scripts.dir, because the other files are not needed. Anyway, you'll need to go to your Buddy folder. Now for Steam users, you can right click Buddy in Steam, go to Properties, click the local file tab, and then click Browse local files again. Now for non-Steam users, you can get there by right clicking your Buddy shortcut, then clicking Open File Location. Now once this folder opens, scroll down to the scripts folder, and yes, my folder is messy because of the reshade and, well, all the other mods I got installed. Anyway, once you open the scripts folder, highlight scripts.image and scripts.dir in the folder, right click and rename them to scripts original or something like that. Then drag and drop the scripts.image and scripts.dir from the FPS 1.0 zip file, and then start Buddy up normally. If done correctly, when you load up, Buddy will be in first person. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.